and 92.3 FM WHOW. Stream live at DeWittDailyNews.com. They're also heard every hour on the station that's your easy choice, 95.9 FM WEZC. And to read the latest local news on your electronic device, including tablets, iPhones, and smartphones, go to DeWittDailyNews.com. DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air, online, 24 hours a day.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in this segment of the program is Kendra Wallace. She is the extension, the 4-H coordinator for the DeWitt County University of Illinois Extension. Good morning, Kendra. How are you today?
I'm well, Seth. How about yourself?
Doing good. Thanks for asking. Are we all geared up for the fair? We ready to roll?
We're definitely on the right track, that's for sure.
Sure. Now, when you get to kind of this late in the game, Kendra, what still needs to be put together? What's top of mind as you start to think about fair, which kicks off July 1st with the horse show? How about that?
Right now, for the horse show, I think we're all set to go. It's just finalizing some of those classes and then getting things ready for our superintendent and volunteers to make sure that they have all of the paperwork and the folders and everything ready, as well as ribbons to pass out to the class winners. Gotcha.
Very good. So things are coming together. So 4-H Fair, we mentioned July 1 with the horse show. Give us the dates, what we need to know about the fair again this year, Kendra.
Great. So the horse show and pony show is Saturday, July 1st and Sunday, July 2nd. And then our general projects and livestock show will kick off in full swing Friday, July 7th and July 8th, and then finishing up Sunday, July 9th.
Very good. So those dates coming up right around the corner. Kendra, when it comes to the fair, do we have much in terms of what's going to be happening, when it's going to be happening? Just kind of what the days and the weekends look like. What can you tell us about the fair this year?
Definitely. So July the 7th on that Friday will be final check-in for any livestock. Then our poultry show starts first thing in the morning. Then throughout mid-morning into afternoon, we have our general projects judging. And then we will also have a goat show Friday afternoon. And then we'll finish up with the Farm Bureau's Young Leaders. They put on an Ag Olympics for all of the kids. They do not have to be 4-H members. So if anybody would like to come and check it out, it's just a lot of fun games. And that is starting at 7 o'clock Friday evening. Then we start bright and early Saturday morning with a swine and rabbit show, continuing then on with general projects throughout the afternoon. Saturday evening, the kitchen will be staying open a little bit later. I believe the Fair Board will be putting on a dinner and entertainment that evening. And then Sunday, July the 9th, we start bright and early with the beef show, again, continuing throughout the afternoon with general projects and finishing up the day. Then at about 4 o'clock, we will start our awards program. And that is to just highlight all of the kids who are our class winners, our state fair delegates, and all of the additional placements from both the livestock and the general project show. Sure.
Very good. Now, what are some important dates? Are there important dates, I guess, coming up that 4-Hers need to keep in mind as they think about getting those projects in and finished up?
Actually, all of those have just now passed.
Okay.
June 1st was the cutoff for all of our fair entries, as well as animal ethics trainings that were required to show at the fair. I believe everybody's got everything in, so it's just the office details then of getting all the paperwork put together again for the superintendents and volunteers.
Gotcha. So things are starting to get in place. What are you hearing from the kids, Kendra? Are they ready to roll for the fair?
I get mixed feedback, honestly. We have a lot of kids that are very excited. They're ready to show those projects. And then we have our last minute kids that are really scrambling to get things finally put together. So.
Yeah. Now, kids, they would not procrastinate. Kendra, they're all of them. They're all over it. Yeah. Nobody's procrastinating.
everybody's right on top of it, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yes. No question. Very good. Now, so I guess this would, kind of transition us to the conversation, Kendra. What does it take to show at the 4-H fair? What does a youth? What does what do families? What do you have to do? What is the process to show at the DeWitt County 4-H fair?
So we have two categories of members. We have our Clover Bud age kids, and that is age 5 through 7. And then we have our 4-H members that range from 8 to 18. And as long as you're enrolled as a 4-H member and have met the one club meeting criteria, you can enroll general projects. Then for our livestock kids, again, they're the same thing. Enrolled 4-H members have met the one club meeting criteria, and then have completed any and all ethics training.
Easy enough. Now, when it comes to like the clubs themselves, I mean, do you have to attend a certain amount of meetings? Do you have to be active at a certain level? Is there a threshold on how many projects you have to enter? How about some of those things?
Honestly, it is really dependent on the club. A lot of clubs, it is just at least one meeting. That is what is required from the state 4-H office, but we always encourage members to make it to as many meetings as possible. There are some clubs that do have a minimum meeting requirement, such as our shooting sports. They have to meet most as a mandatory 6 meetings so that they can get all of their safety training in. But along with that is just, as much participation as you can.
Mhm.
And then as far as minimum number of entries, it's just one. Even if you're brand new, we suggest at least 1 to 2 projects to get your feet wet. And then we have some more seasoned 4-H members out there that, crazy as it seems, have enrolled 20 to 25 projects.
Well, and to that end though, Kendra, I mean that there, probably for a lot of those kids, that opportunity comes thanks to the evolution of 4-H, and it's one of those deals where yes, 4-H, you think of extension and all of that, and you think the ties to agriculture, obviously ties to the U of I and that sort of thing, but it's for, like we've talked about before, 4-H has evolved beyond just those agriculture themes. How about just the offerings of some of these projects and the themes that they may have? How about that?
Definitely. So one of the largest project areas that is offered now, or has been for quite a while, is the visual arts category. And that ranges from anything from chalk carbon pigment. So let's say you have a painting on a canvas that you'd like to display, anything all the way down to working with leather, working with fiber, working with clay, very detailed visual arts projects. And it is a very, very large category. And those kids always knock it out of the park. They're really, really nicely done. And I think it just shows the level of creativity and ingenuity that these kids have, and it's always a great time to go out and see what they've come up with. But then there's other smaller pocket areas that I always find really intriguing, like interior design. We have career readiness, civic engagement, theater arts, and then in the natural resource categories, we even have like sport fishing, beekeeping, animal sciences. So there's so many. Then within the more of the STEM focused areas, we've got drones, maker, aerospace, robotics, and then even in the trades section, so woodworking and welding, there's just about anything that you can think of that you have an interest or a passion for, there is a program or a project area for.
Very good. Kendra Wallace, again, is the 4-H Extension Coordinator for the U of I Extension in DeWitt County, our guest on the phone here for this morning. So, again, Kendra, the horse show begins July 1st and 2nd, and then, of course, general show 7th through the 10th here in DeWitt County, with the award show wrapping things up on July the 9th. So, Kendra, when it comes to just the show itself, do you ask your families and participants that come out, do you ask them to stay for the whole day? Do they set a time for when they're judged and they need to be there for that time? Is there a lot of in and out on the campgrounds? What does it look like out there during the day?
It's a culmination of everything. For our general projects families, that check-in starts Friday, July the 7th, bright and early in the morning. All general projects and Cloverbud projects will be checking in starting at 8 o'clock, and that runs until 9:30. So they have an hour and a half to bring in all of the projects that they're going to show, get those checked in. The projects themselves will stay until after the awards ceremony on Sunday the 9th. And as far as general projects go, the families are more than welcome and always encouraged to stay and participate in all other areas. But we know everyone has busy schedules, so we have set up a judging time bracket. So when the kids check in their projects with the superintendent, they'll sign up for a time to judge that project so that they can help regulate their schedule throughout the day and throughout the week.
Sure. Gotcha. Very good. What is, Kendra, from your perspective, like what's your favorite part about the fair? What do you enjoy the most about it?
Honestly, I love all of it. I love the atmosphere. I love the camaraderie. We try our best to have activities and things for the kids throughout the days. I love seeing the little kids get to experience the projects that the older kids are bringing in. It kind of gives them that spur to keep going as they get older. And I do have a special place in my heart for livestock. I always love going out and watching the shows and just seeing how much dedication these kids have put towards their projects.
Yeah. Do you do much, Kendra, to highlight the spin clubs? I know like shooting sports is real big. You talked about the robotics piece. I know that is really growing in not just Central Illinois, but across the state and the country. Do you do much during the fair to promote some of those things?
We are definitely going to try our best. We always seem to fall a little short when it comes to staff and making sure that everyone is available to culminate those experiences for everyone. So we really rely heavily on our volunteers to step forward and see if they would like to present or have a small time. We could get everybody together for a demonstration maybe. Unfortunately, in the past, we have had a little bit of a staffing issue, so we didn't have the staff to, what's the word I'm looking for? I apologize.
Make those offerings?
Yeah, to offer that kind of stuff. I know they have done it in the past, but it's always hit or miss. Some years, everybody looks forward to it. Other years, people just don't seem to have time. So we're trying to find that happy medium for everyone.
Yeah. And so to wrap up this part of the conversation, of course, we've been kind of under the cloud of COVID the last couple of years. Is this going to be a return to a normal 4-H fair? Did we have a normal 4-H fair in 2022? What's the status of that?
As far as the general project show itself in 2022, we did great. We were back to as normal as possible. We did experience problems with the poultry show as that there was a bird flu that had gone around. So we went in and just judged the poultry based on photos from that the members had taken. But this year we are in full swing. We will have a live bird show, and we're going through proper health channels for that to make sure that it is as flawless as we can get it.
Sure. Excellent. Well, Kendra, I look at the clock. Let's take a time out here. And again, when is the 4-H fair? What are the important dates? What do we need to know?
July 1st and 2nd is the horse and pony show. And then Friday, July 7th through Sunday, July 9th is the general projects and livestock.
Kendra Wallace, 4-H coordinator for DeWitt County, our guest on the phone. More to come with her on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Let's check the opening numbers now at the Chicago Board of Trade on this Monday. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network. Corn starting today mostly higher, beans higher, and wheat higher as well on this Monday. July corn 608 3/4, down 1/4. September corn up 537.5. In December new crop 543.5 up 2 1/4. July beans starting the day 13.55 1/4 up 2 3/4. August beans up 4, 12.66.5. And November new crop 11.86.5 up 2 3/4. July wheat 622.5 up 3.5. September wheat 635 1/4 up 3, and December wheat 654 3/4 up 2 3/4. July bean meal 399.70 up $1.90. July bean oil up a penny 49.51. Opening numbers on this Monday morning. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
This is Scott Baum at Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. We believe in putting customers first. That's how we started, and it's why we go the extra mile for our customers. Looking for a new or used vehicle? We have transparent pricing for new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. See all our pricing and pictures online at your convenience. Or come in and visit our full-service team today at Clinton or Farmer City. BaumChevyBuick.com. Right from the start.
Hi, I'm Dave Jackson, owner of your Save-A-Lot store in downtown Clinton, here to talk to you about our great meat department. When buying meat for your family, ask yourself if it's cut fresh. Are the meat cutters in the store well trained? Our meat staff has over 100 years of combined experience. At your Clinton Save-A-Lot, we take pride in having the best meat department in the area. Plus, we'll save you as much as 40% or more on your total food bill. Experience what really fresh can be by shopping at your Clinton Save-A-Lot. Hope to see you soon.
Are you a good listener? Has anyone ever accused you of being a problem solver? Do you get a thrill out of having people say yes to you? If so, the Miller Media Group would like to talk to you. Here at the Miller Media Group, we have a ton of fun helping businesses grow, and we could use some more help. So if you or someone you know has marketing and advertising experience or any of the previously mentioned skills and wants the opportunity to earn with commissions over $50,000 a year, send your resume to sales@randyradio.com. That's sales@randyradio.com. The Miller Media Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence, and the WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Kendra Wallace, again, is the DeWitt County 4-H Extension Coordinator, joins us on the phone here for this morning. So, Kendra, we kick off the 4-H Fair July 1st and 2nd, and then 7th through the 10th here in DeWitt County. And, of course, with the fair season coming, you need some volunteers. I know we highlighted this in our last visit, but never hurts to put the call out one more time. What do you need? What are you looking for?
Great. Thanks, Seth. We're looking for general projects judges. Since we have bumped the fair up to a Friday, we're trying to fill in a lot of those spots. I know everyone's busy with work, but if anyone does have some time in the morning or in the afternoon, it is not a huge time commitment. We're asking about 3 to 4 hours, so just enough time to get the kids through their projects. And then we always encourage everyone to stay if they can, but if not, we completely understand that as well. But we've got any range of areas, so you don't have to be an expert on it. If you just have some interest or have done some, personal studies on the areas, that always is a big help. But we've got anywhere from animal science, collections, the clover buds that we talked about. We do give them an opportunity to exhibit their projects as well. The visual arts categories, again, like chalk, carbon, pigment, clay, and then some areas like computer generated art or fiber, glass, plastic, that interior design that we talked about, quilting, forestry, geology, weather, floriculture, aerospace, computer science, robotics, tractor driving, welding, or woodworking, kind of the gambit of everything, but there's no such thing as too many judges. So if anyone has an interest on that, Friday seems to be a day that we need filled in the most, but there's still spots on Saturday and Sunday as well.
You know, we were talking about that diversity of the offerings for 4-H and the projects that kids can take on. And, you know, maybe there's somebody out there with a unique, a unique expertise, and they think, oh, there's no way 4-H would have interest in this. But the likelihood is, Kendra, that some kids have probably taken up projects there. How about that?
Definitely, for sure. And then the nice thing is also, I know a lot of these categories seem to be pretty cut and dry, but there are other categories that we call our innovation classes. And that means that the project fits the area, but not necessarily follows like a project manual criteria. The kids have gone above and beyond and done research outside of the general project requirements. And so those innovation classes are always really cool to look at as well. They generally apply to the older 4-Hers who have had, like I said, the time to sit down and do additional research on it. And those are really, really cool.
Again, if folks are interested in becoming a volunteer, Kendra, just again, highlight the time commitment and how they get involved. How about that?
Definitely. You could just give us a call at any of the extension offices, whether that is DeWitt, Macon, or Pyatt, and just let one of the staff know, and they will get you in contact with myself or any of the office assistants that are assisting in the fair. And then we can get you all signed up for the category that you're interested in. And then, like I said, it's about 3-4 hours on the day of your judging, but we always send out a packet as well. So you'll get more information on the area that you're judging, with the times to be there and so on.
Very good. Kendra, I know quickly you want to mention that there are going to be some other needs for parents to step up and offer some time in the kitchen and the concessions area. Just highlight that for us real fast.
Definitely. We're working on getting those time slots all finalized, but as soon as they're ready, we'll put a blast out on Facebook and to our e-news program that goes out to all of our 4-H families. And we just encourage everyone, even if you could do an hour to 2 hours, to volunteer in the kitchen and help with adults would be more food prep, like the grill and the fryer baskets and such. But then we also encourage the kids to sign up as well to help serve desserts and drinks. So it's a really good time, and it helps put in community service hours for their records in the fall.
Very good. Very good. It'll be that time of year here coming up very soon as well. So definitely. Well, Kendra, I'll tell you what, let's wrap up with this. I've only got about 30 seconds. Quickly highlight some programming things you have going on.
Definitely. So at all 3 counties, take a look at your summer libraries programming. We have a pollinator program that's going to be going out, and we're servicing, again, all 3 counties. So take a look at your local libraries for a little more information, or if you need additional details, again, you can call the offices or follow us through the Facebook link.
Very good. Very good. Kendra, when we catch up next, we'll be off the horse show, just fresh off the horse show and ready for that fair season. We'll talk in July. Thanks so much for your time, as always.
Thanks, Seth. Take care.
You do the same. Again, that's Kendra Wallace, 4-H program coordinator for the University of Illinois Extension in DeWitt County. Our guest on the phone. Network news on the way.
WHOW.